Are we still doing the throwback videos on Thursdays? That okay.
I think they're at 9. I'm not positive of that. We'll have a 5-minute spot in here that you can double check. It's tape.
Do we want to say anything about the annual dinner being moved to later? Okay.
Don't talk about that yet.
Thursday. Tennessee torn. Oh.
Get ready.
Oh.
5, 4, 3. This is not to you. 2, 1. To you, Bobby. Go.
From one neighbor to another, WCTE PBS is here for you. Coming up next is Live at 5 on WCTE and our streaming
When does pledge
platforms
start?
to give you updates on communities throughout the Upper Cumberland.
All right. Welcome to WCTE's Live at 5. Hi, I'm Becky McGurra, President and CEO of WCTE, your PBS station right here in Central Tennessee in the Upper Cumberland. And I'm really happy to have with me Avery Hutchins. Avery is the WCTE Director of Development and Marketing. And Avery, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Becky. It's so exciting. And, you know, this has been a great show. Y'all have been doing it now for couple of weeks.
Several. A few more than a couple, but several.
I've heard some really great feedback from our community and what this show really means to them and being able to give them those live updates and kind of a week at a glance.
Right.
What am I trying to say? A week?
Right. At a glance.
At a glance.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and you know, it is Memorial Day weekend, so we've got a number of WCT staff that's going to be helping us tonight. Our elected leaders and some of our other folks who have been helping us with co-hosting, hopefully have already started their Memorial Day weekend.
That's right.
The governor just, he announced a new executive order as of today. It's helping our economy get back open, but with that is lots of recommendations to continue being very, very safe and use your mask, right? Wash your hands, social distance. See, we're socially distancing. And Avery and I are going to be back in just a few moments to tell you more about why this beautiful Brad Sells bowl is right here. It's a beautiful crafted vessel.
Good morning, Warren County. It's been almost 3 months now since the president announced that this pandemic was gripping our nation. Now, with 90,000 deaths nationwide and the number growing, we know the unseen enemy is still amongst us. With 18,000 cases in Tennessee with a spike of 623 over the last day, and the number of cases in Warren County doubling in 2 weeks, it is no time to let your guard down. COVID-19 is still a clear and ever-present danger. Governor Lee will speak again on Thursday at his regular news conference at 3 p.m. to announce continued plans for reopening the economy. His executive orders give directions and guidance for local government and citizens on how to act and react to the reopening. Specific recommendations are made as an encouragement to residents to follow his Tennessee pledge. Some people think these are a disabler, but in reality, they are an enabler. They are our weapons against this disease. Your mask, your hand sanitizer, and your gloves.
Restrictions on social gatherings of more than 10 or more people is to remain in place. So though you can go to some of these places, you still have to stay in groups of 9 or fewer. We have parks in the city of McMinnville. Please know that you can go to the parks, but try to stay in smaller groups. You can have multiple groups just spread out within the park. At the city, we have people that are still working from home. Our lobbies are closed currently for City Hall. Those should be reopening next week with limited access. Keep in mind that the Upper Cumberland Human Resources Agency, UCHRA, can be contacted for possible assistance with your rent or possible assistance with your utility. Though we do have small numbers of confirmed cases here in Warren County, the best course of action is to keep a safe distance from other people.
And so right now we have just moved into our phase 1 approach, which means our building or our office is still closed, but we will be doing appointments or consultations on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings from 8 until 12 noon, just as Mr. Haley has said for the admin building is going through. We have many programs that have been converted to the online process. You may have noticed some pesticide videos by our agricultural agent, Mr. Heath Noakes. We have some food challenges going on with 4-H. There's some summer dairy and beef challenges, so please be sure to check those out.
We're going to be offering a drive Up Census. This is a service that will be available to anyone that needs assistance in getting their census filled out. People will be able to drive up, and a volunteer will help them fill out their census on the computer. This is a very easy process. These questions are very basic about the household, and this is very important to our county, as that is how we receive our funding, is due to the census that's filled out. Each person needs to be counted. Our first drive-up session is going to be held June the 3rd in the front of our senior center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Our COVID-19 virus numbers as of today at 2 p.m. are 310, which is 24 more than yesterday. Of the 310 cases, 143 of those have already recovered. So let's break down our numbers. Since Monday, we have had 70 additional positives.
We are testing all patients that are coming in for a surgical procedure. We really appreciate the health department helping us with this.
I think one thing that gets lost in this is we truly are leading the state. The reason why we have more positives, we're literally leading the state, this county is, in the total percentage of people that are getting tested. As we discussed, 4.5% or better, maybe in Metro Nashville, where the resources are much greater. We're exceeding 6% of our total population. So by nature of testing that many, we're going to find that more people have it. So we want to encourage people to continue to get tested, antibody tested, and be a good participant in our communities. On a side note, I think it's really important, the After Dark movies in the park, we were wondering if we were going to be able to do this because of social distancing and working with Cookeville Leisure, the City of Cookeville Leisure Services Department, Rick Woods, Chad McDonald, and Matt and all the guys over there. We are going to be able to do that in June this year. There will be social distancing measures in place for the movies in the park, and those movies are free to you and your family.
We had a surprise donation to our Tornado Relief Fund.
Absolutely. The Nashville Predators came up and presented us a check for our tornado survivor and victims for $50,000. So that was quite a blessing, and we appreciate that partnership.
All right. It was a big week this week with lots of news, lots of updates from Warren County, from Putnam County, Avery. We do want to remind you that this is being streamed live over Facebook, as well as our WCTE website, which is what we're doing with all of our live content right now, all the mayor's briefings, everything that we're doing. So just make sure that you are tuning in with us, and you can absolutely, send us a message. You can text us a question, and I'll be following along here as we're going. So, Avery, big week, lots of great content on the air at WCTE. You want to tell about something special happening right now?
Yeah, well, many of you may know that the Downton Abbey Marathon kicked off last night, and that's a big fundraiser for the station, but it's also one farewell to that famous Downton Abbey programming for our PBS viewers.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So that marathon's going to run all weekend. It started last night. It was all day today. It'll be all day on Saturday and run Sunday. And then as we go into around 7 o'clock, they'll be airing some memorial festivities. So make sure to tune in for that as well. But we do, Downton Abbey really brought a lot to PBS and a lot to all the stations. And for that, we thank them for their contributed support and the donations that came from those. So just thank you.
Well, and this is a big deal. I don't know. Surely to goodness, most everyone has seen Downton Abbey, but there may be people who haven't. I watched last night, and it was so great to see that whole first season of Downton. And I hope that you all will be tuning in and catching the rest of it because, as you said, this is the last time it'll be on TV, right?
That's right. And it's not going to be on Passport or television. So this is it.
Wow,
this is it. The
so
grand finale.
You're gonna want to catch this for sure. Now, there's something else happening really special this weekend. It normally happens live.
That's right.
And that is Jammin' at Hippie Jack's is normally live Memorial Day weekend always in our Upper Cumberland area. And Avery, Jack, and Lynn are doing something different this year.
They are doing a virtual Jammin' at Hippie Jack's festival. You know, they really weren't sure what they wanted to do. They knew they wanted to do something. I think with the COVID-19 and just everybody trying to be responsibly socially distancing, they really wanted to give something back. So this was their way of doing that. So starting tomorrow at noon, so Saturday at noon, they're going to go live. Both Jack and Lynn are going to be kicking off the festival at noon. I understand that they're going to be showing some never seen before footage with Guy Clark from the State Museum that was shot many years ago when they were still recording at the Tennessee State Museum. I think Verlin Thompson, who's also a favorite at WCTE's, will be with Guy Clark during that performance. So that's going to kick off the festival, the virtual festival, tomorrow at noon. And they can find that stream at jammin'athippiejax.com.
So Jack and Lynn, Hippie and Mrs. Hippie, that's how we kind of affectionately know them. But we hope that you will tune in and see that. And we'll be back to talk more in just a few moments. Thanks, Avery.
All right, we are here in Cookeville presenting the Cookeville-Putnam County Tornado Relief Fund check for $50,000. We are appreciative of our fans out here in Cookeville and want to support those that were impacted.
We are so appreciative to the Preds for this generous donation. We had the worst disaster in our county's history hit us on March the 3rd, and the outpouring from our community has been absolutely unbelievable, Mayor Shelley.
Absolutely. We're very thankful. We've already distributed about $2 million of our tornado relief fund. This will go a long way for hopefully a second distribution now that we'll be able to get out to our folks. And so we're just really, really appreciative of the Predators for doing this for us.
Absolutely.
For our citizens.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, another big week. Thanks to the Predators for coming here and making that huge donation for our tornado relief fund here in Putnam County. Avery, that was amazing.
It really was, and what they celebrated. I guess they showed up at Red Silo and did a big check handoff. And
the mayors.
Yep, the mayors. You know, I just can't say enough for what this state has brought to our community, and it's just been it's been really nice.
It's really amazing, and thank you so much. I mean, it was a $50,000 contribution, I believe, to the Tornado Relief Fund. Also, Red Silo got celebrated because I think they were the #1 beer chosen at the Predators last year in their competition. And, you know, we just are very, very proud of our community and proud of everything that everyone's done to support the tornado relief. And we're going to be talking about WCTE's tornado documentary coming up. And Avery, some very special people help support the tornado documentary. And that's an important thing, is for local folks to get involved in our work.
That's
right.
Share
a little bit about that?
Sure. So as WCTE sees the need to do documentaries in our community that really focuses on that storytelling that we need to do in this community, we have funders that step up and help WCTE support the work that we're doing. And we did have 3 very special funders this time for this Tennessee documentary that's going to air next week. And we're excited to share with that, but we always have the need for funding, and we always have a new need, and there's always something for everybody. If you have an interest, we for sure can fill that interest. But documentaries are important in our sense of telling the story of the Upper Cumberland and being able to tell it not just locally, but throughout our counties, our Middle Tennessee, and beyond.
Absolutely. And so we want to say a special thank you to Henry and Monica Bowman, who helped us financially with this documentary, along with others. They wanted to really recognize the people who were affected by this storm. Of course, they've worked for the Upper Cumberland Development District and Cookeville Regional Medical Center, and they also wanted to really recognize those frontline helpers at the medical center and all around, not only for the tornado, of course, but for COVID. So, and then Mike and Rhonda Galligan.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And then we had a local funder, a business locally.
Yeah.
It was the
Tennessee
overhead doors.
Mm-hmm. Tennessee overhead doors.
Yes. And we always are appreciative of those funders. So
and we've got
you.
folks tuning in to our Facebook page. Thank you so much. We actually also have lots of friends who help us get this word out with billboards and signs and radio. And thank you so much for helping us get the word out. That documentary is going to be on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. We're going to be shooting it, the follow-up, the virtual. You're going to hear more about that tonight, right here from the Emergency Operations Center of Putnam County. This is our live emergency studio. So, Avery, in about a minute we got left in this segment. Right. Anything else you want to update the folks on?
Well, we do have a pledge drive coming up, which is another something that we do for the station every quarter. It's got great programming, a great way for people to support the station and get some great thank you gifts. So that's going to kick off after the Downton Abbey on Sunday, and then we're going to roll into some auction, which is going to be great. And you're going to hear more about that in just a minute. But the station has always got lots of opportunities for ways, and number one is membership. So check out WCTE.org.
I didn't even know anything was going to happen. I didn't even know if it was going to rain or not.
When I got in the tub, I closed my eyes. I was shaking. I was scared.
The front door exploded and the windows exploded.
And there was this gray haze. It was almost like it was dusk outside.
You can see pictures and see it on video, but until you're standing there and looking at it, you would not realize the amount of devastation that there is.
All right, so welcome back. You just saw the promo there. Daniel Duarte is our producer for this incredible documentary that will be coming up. Brent Clark, WCTE's Director of Content and Digital Media. Hi, Brent.
Hey, and executive producer as well as you for the documentary. I mean, we have been filming and shooting footage since the early morning hours when the tornado happened back on Tuesday, March 3rd.
Right.
And so I know you've been out on some of the stories that we've shot. I've been out on pretty much all the stories that you weren't available. And I tell you what, we have been shooting these stories and trying to tell this story of this event that happened in Cookeville, which, you know, with Demetria Kaladimas as our host.
Right.
As you know, we were there on location yesterday, filming some roll-ins with her, and as she said, this was the worst destruction she's ever seen, and she's been a journalist for what, 40 plus years?
Well, not 40 plus. She would
okay,
probably
30
know it,
plus.
you know, but she has been a journalist for a long time, multiple decades. She did say over 4 decades. So you're probably right. We're fortunate to have Demetria, who has she's been advising us on this, and she's also hosting. But Daniel Duarte has done an amazing job.
Yes, he has.
I just can't say enough about what he brings such a gift to storytelling, a caring heart. And he just was committed from the minute we started. We were here at the Emergency Operations Center at 4:30 a.m. The morning of the tornado, and our team has been working around the clock really here and out. And Brent, I know you have to be really proud of your whole team and also the people here in Putnam County that really just rallied and really all over the Upper Cumberland.
Yes.
To support.
I mean, we had everybody, I think, on the production team out in the field at least at some point. Noel Stoikov, Seth Stanger. It was just an amazing collaborative project with Daniel serving as the producer editor. He's going to be working this weekend, all holiday weekend, to finalize the edit and get it over to us on Monday.
So when is this going to be?
Thursday, May 28th. It'll premiere at 7 p.m. People can watch it on WCTE or via stream on the website or via WCTE's Facebook page.
Great.
Yep.
And then also there's going to be a virtual town hall. And what does that mean? I know that's going to happen here.
Right.
I'm going to host it. So what does it mean?
Becky's going to host it. Although, you know what? We're wearing purple. Maybe the Dynamic Duo should host it together.
There you go.
So that's right. So we will have a virtual town hall right here at Emergency Management Agency here at Putnam County.
Mm-hmm.
And Becky, you're going to serve the host, and we have the mayors committed so
Yes.
far,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Brandon Smith and Tyler Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have a couple other people. And so that's going to be very exciting. You know, this town hall is going to be about healing.
Yes.
We're going to be taking questions via phone at 931-528-2222 and also via the Facebook page.
That's right. So you can ask questions right now, y'all, if there's something that you want to comment on via our Facebook page. This is being broadcast over WCTE, but also over our WCTE Facebook page.
That's right.
And they can actually download our app, right?
Absolutely. Download our app and see the stream on our app. That's
Yeah.
right. Also want to say, you know, with all the stories that we collected, there were so many more stories, Becky, that we just were not able to collect. And we are going to be announcing an opportunity for people to download their story in the carousel on our website next week. And hopefully people will want to share their story because we'll want to keep all that archived content together and people can go to the website and view some more stories. We were just limited in time as far as
That's right.
the documentary length.
So there's going to be a tremendous story of survival here, of volunteerism, of just support, but also we're going to remember the people who lost their lives in this.
Yes.
And we just want to let you know that this is a gift of love because we love you.
Yes.
And it's going to be great. Okay, we're almost out of time.
It's going to be
else you want
great.
to share?
Well, just be sure to tune in Thursday, May 28th at 7 p.m. for the documentary, and then at 8 p.m. Becky will host the virtual town hall, and then at 9 p.m. we're going to re-air the mayor's one-on-one that you shot.
Awesome. All right, Brent, thanks so much for being here.
Thank
Sam
you.
Gray coming up next.
Shop WCTE's wish list on Amazon and donate items back to WCTE's Great TV Auction during a time when viewers depend on WCTE more than ever. Find more information at WCTE.org/auction, including an easy access link to the Amazon Smile wish list. Make WCTE your nonprofit of choice, and a percentage of your purchase comes back to WCTE.
All right. I hope you will definitely join us. And remember, if you're ordering from Amazon, to, select WCTE because Amazon Smiles helps WCTE as well. Hey, Sam, you've been busy. Sam Gray is our events and education coordinator, and he has been the auction guru this year. And man, have we taken a turn on a dime with the Great TV Auction.
Yeah, you're no joking. This year we're going more digital than we've ever been before. Which we've had to do, with auction being one of our biggest events that takes the most amount of our volunteers. Safety was our number one concern with that. Just on a normal night, it would be 128 volunteers, and that's just for one night.
Right.
So this year, we're going more digital. We're going to online. We're opening on May 26th at 10 a.m. You can start registering and placing bids.
That's Tuesday, Sam.
That's Tuesday, yeah.
At 10 a.m. And how do they go online? Where is it?
So they're going to go to the WCTE.org/auction website. We'll have a link from our page to the page where you can register and start bidding.
Awesome. That's exciting. So how many items do you have? I know this is an unusual year because we are going online. We could not have a big on-site auction because of safety and COVID-19.
Of course.
So how do you do it?
So as of today, we just broke 700 items.
Wow.
So what we're ending up doing is this year we're going to still be going live. I know that's an element that everyone loves to have. From June 3rd to June 7th, we'll be on live TV from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Just doing a showcase of all the items that we have up and doing a recap of each item before closing that lot for the night.
So it's really a hybrid online, on air. But all the bidding will be online, right?
Exactly. There's
You
no
don't
more
call
phone
in and
banks this
bid.
year. No.
You don't need your express bid number.
No.
Okay. It's going to be different for you, but it's going to be really fun and really exciting. 700 items.
700.
And if people will overbid on these items, we still have special incentives for that, right?
So what we're doing this year is we actually have our Donate Now incentives. So everyone can purchase their own overbid incentives that we used to have as just a one lump sum.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to show you a gift that we received for the Great TV Auction. It is our most expensive item that we have right now. It's a $4,500 item from the incredible artist Brad Sells. Brad, I'm going to hold it up, Sam. This is huge, and it's made of koa wood, curly koa from Hawaii. And it was carved from the Tree Safari documentary that we did with Todd Jarrell. And Brad will tell you it's got a little bit of hand tint on the sides. You'll be able to see this online, but I want you to see the size of this incredibly carved vessel. It has an orb, a carved orb. It has some little feet, and it is beautiful, unbelievably beautiful. Don't you think, Sam?
That is absolutely gorgeous, Becky.
All right, I'm going to put it right back down there. Be all safe. So thank you, Brad Sales and Bark Studio, for that. Brad's also given us another item, and a lot of really incredible artists are coming forth with their items, as well as many donors. So the other item Brad's given us is tied to the tornado.
Oh, really?
It is from a dogwood tree at Echo Valley Pool, and we're going to divide the proceeds of that high bid between the Tornado Relief Fund and WCTE. So thanks, Brad, so much. What else, Sam?
So there's a lot of really great items for this year, for one. The new thing that we're doing is the Firehouse board is not going to be like a normal board. Every night that you tune in for our live production, we will have a Firehouse board that will open up that night and close 30 minutes after it opens.
Oh, that sounds great. Hey,
really
and some
exciting.
people are wanting to still donate. So if you do, it's a narrow window, but yes, please call us. We would love that.
Yeah, that would
What
be
else,
great.
Sam?
So, as well, what we're ending up doing this year is, I mean, it's unfortunate that we don't have our volunteers. That's the one thing I miss the most, I gotta
Yes,
say.
I agree. Well, you know what? We're going to be out of time, but Sam Gray has done a tremendous job. I can't wait for you to meet him, maybe at Pick Up and Pay. Be one of the high donors or bidders. And actually, Sam, maybe, who knows, next year we'll be able to be back in form, but this may be the way to go. Online may be your favorite. Let us know.
When you purchase a gift card or item worth $25 or more from a local business and donate it to WCTE's Great TV Auction, you double your impact on our community. Your auction donations help WCTE raise much-needed funds during these times when people rely on WCTE more than ever. For more information, visit WCTE.org/auction.
All right, I'm checking our Facebook page here. You know something, Avery? We've got a few folks who are watching online, like Joy
Isn't that
Buck Gothard,
amazing?
who wants to help out and donate to the TV auction. And thank you all so much. It makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does make a difference. And the auction being its 38th year, which you've been at every one of them, I think. But, that showcase is going to be super exciting because it is going to be a TV showcase. People don't have to tune into the showcase to bid, but what they are going to get to see is they're going to get to see hosts and some showcase announcers. They're going to get to see the items and get a little more information and still have that last chance to win those items.
Absolutely. It's going to be different, but y'all, you'll love it. And all the money still goes to help our station, help WCTE, and especially help us in the work that we're doing right now with our emergency briefings, also with all the work we've done in education.
That's right. Education, I mean, that distant learning that we've been able to contribute to our community and to statewide, really. I mean, I know my child has enjoyed it. And for the parents at home, I mean, it has been a tremendous asset because we struggle. We're working, we're teachers, we're everything now. So whatever WCT can do to help with that has been just fantastic.
All right, we've got about a minute left. Anything else, Avery? You want to touch base again on some of those underwriters?
Yes, the underwriters. We do want to thank our underwriters and the funders for the documentary, The Tennessee Tornado, Putnam Strong. That would be Monica and Henry Bowman, Mike and Rhonda Galligan, and Town and Country Overhead Doors.
Oh, Town and Country Overhead Doors.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That
Thank
is
you so
awesome.
much.
And, again, the door is always open for anyone that's interested in supporting the station. We appreciate it, and it goes to a good cause.
Thank you, Avery, for being here. Listen, everyone, we want you to have a really safe Memorial Day weekend. We know that, our state's opening back up, but we also know that numbers are still on the rise. People are being tested, and that's an important thing to know. Be sure if you go out in a big group of people to keep this. In fact, don't get out in a really big group of people. Get outdoors, enjoy the weekend, be safe, be well, and know that WCTE is here for you.
Thank you for joining us at Live at 5. Be sure to tune in next time for additional updates on communities throughout the Upper Cumberland. From one neighbor to another, WCTE PBS is here for you.